Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Aida binti Hassan Adli. My metric number is A22A0534. I will present management theory about Frederick Taylor, Henry Fayol, Max Weber and Mary Fuller. 1. Frederick Winslow Taylor. For his biography, he was born at 20 March 1856 at Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Amerika Syarikat. He was died at 21 March 1950 at 8:59 at the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Amerika Syarikat. He was educated at Philly Center Academy. He also known for the father of scientific management, efficiency movement, and industry engineering. He has a spouse, is Lois Miss Spooner, and he has a children, 3, and he also have a award Alien Crescent Medal at 1902. The relay theory of the figure, Frederick Winslow Taylor is known as the father of scientific management, and he's the one of the management aspect. In 1909, Taylor published the Principle of Scientific Management. He started the scientific management movement, and his scholars were the first to study the work process scientifically. They study how work is performed, and they look at how this affects worker productivity. This theory focuses on belief that the format of people work as hard as possible. In 1909, he published his most famous book, Principle of Scientific Management. I have 5 principles of scientific management created by Frederick Taylor. For number 1 is determination of movement. Number 2, work specialization. Number 3, careful planning and scheduling. Number 4, careful selection and recruitment of staff. And the last one is work incentive. Advantage and disadvantage of this theory. For the advantage, is enhanced production, is a steady improvement in the business operation. Number 2, cost of production reduces, the mechanization and the latest use of the technology in the production of goods in general productivity. Since there is a large scale production, there is a decrease per unit cost production. For the last one, is a quick decision making, planning ahead of the time and proper decision making a few good aspects of the scientific management theory. For the disadvantage, number 1 is a rigorous hard capital. Number 2, planning reduce productivity. Number 3, and the employment, because employer replaced by the machine, which in turn led to the employment. In this way, fewer employer require and many could out from work. Next is Henry Fayol. For his biography, he was born at 29 July 1841 at Istanbul, Turkey. He was there at the 19 November 1925 and at the 84 at the Paris, France. He was nationality is a France. He was known for the father of the modern management, and he was occupation is economist, engineering, entrepreneur, and he was have as well as Adelaide Celeste Mary Sutherland, and he has 3 children, and he was also corporation Fayol. Henry Fayol was one of the founder of the 40 Principles of Modern Management. In 1960, he published his first book, introducing the term Fayolism. The theory describes the role of management in organization and consists of 5 described primary functions of management and 40 management principles. According to Henry Fayol, the 5 functions of management are planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. The 40 management principles are division of labor, authority and responsibility, discipline, unity of command, unity of direction, subordination of individual interests, reward, centralization and decentralization, scalability, order, justice, stability of personnel, initiative, and group feeling. Advantage and disadvantage of this theory. For the advantage, facilitates organization structure and motivated employer through fair compensation. And the last one is promote the team concept. For the disadvantage, the theory focus on authority over democracy, and workers are forced follow order from superiors. For the next theory is a Max Weber. For his biography, his full name is Maximilian Karl Emil Weber. He was born at 21 April 1864 at the Erfen, Saxony, Prussia, and he was died at the 14 June 1920 at the 8:56 at the Munich, Bavaria, Germany. He has a support is a Mariani Sasnik. The Max Weber theory of bureaucracy is part of classical management theory. After studying the capitalist industry of Germany and the US, Weber concluded that a rational organization is the best way to set up an organization. He named this rational organization as a bureaucracy. This Weberian bureaucracy is an improved version of the traditional structure of an organization. In bureaucratic management, all members of the organization are treated equally, and division of labor is clearly defined. Max Weber theory of bureaucracy also states that the Weberian model of bureaucracy will be governed by top quality people with high competency and skill, and not by people with high social standing. 6 principles of bureaucracy. For number 1 is task specialization. Number 2, formal selection, impersonal, hierarchical layer of authority, rule and regulation, and career orientation. For the advantage and disadvantage of theory Max Weber, for the advantage have 3. For number 1 is decision making, and number 2 accountability and answerability, and number 3 is efficiency. For the disadvantage, slow decision making and nepotism and lack of innovation. The last theory is from Mary Parker Follett. For she biography, she was born at the 3 September 1868 at the US. He was died at the 18 December 1933 at the age 65 at the US. He has a competition social worker and term management theory and consistent politic theories and writer. She also known as a mother of modern management. She nationality is America, and she also education at University of Cambridge, and he has a parent, Caris and Elizabeth Follett. For the relate theory, Follett was one of the first women invited to address the London School of Economics to speak about management. Follett organization theory focused on individual and the power of autonomy in encourage employer to work collaboratively. 4 yearly demo, Follett draw attention to a pupil-oriented model of management, mode of management. This management theory was based on 4 principles. For number 1 is a direct contact between leader and worker. For number 2, the notion that all members are equally important within the organization. Number 3 is the stimulation of the concept of teamwork. Number 4 is the constant coordination ensure the guiding principle of the organization never cease to apply. For the advantage and disadvantage of this theory, for the advantage, increase employer engagement, support cross-team employer collaboration, and encourage the exchange of information between employer and employers and the employer. For the disadvantage, not a specific theory or strategy. This always works because interactive problem solving is not always possible. And number 3 is a lack of discipline. Would be effective in today's largest company and franchise. For the next topic is a similarity and difference between the theory. For the main goal is Frederick Winslow. He focusing and motivated individual to achieve the success they want to achieve. For the Henry Fayol, focus on administrative management. For the Mary Parker, he ensuring employer welfare, evaluating individual effort and encourage teamwork. For the Max Weber, his focus on the role of an organization and defines the division or unit of employers. the title, Frederick Winslow is father of scientific management. For the Henry Fayol, he was a father of the modern management, and Mary Parker is a mother of the modern management. For the next is employment history. For the Frederick Winslow, mechanical engineering in America. For the Henry Fayol, mining engineering at France. And Mary Parker is a social worker turned management theorist and society political theorist and writer. Max Weber he was a politic, economic, and philosophy and sociology. The conclusion, the best theory for me is Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol is still regarded as one of the most important management thinkers of all the time. Clearly, this is well-deserved as his theory have stood to the test of time and influenced well-regarded development since. Throughout his work, one should note that he considered multiple perspectives, recommend the empowerment of a kindness and fairness toward personal and after purpose and flexibility in approach.